Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip focusing on gold and silver. I've decided to open up again the special offer. For those of you who are interested, special offer 50% off for the first year for my services. If you're interested, please stay on. I will provide more detail after the clip ends. Other than that, I wish you have pleasant viewing and good trading. Bye now. Okay, this is the chart of silver priced in US dollars, and as I've explained as an introduction to the analysis of the precious metals, I've explained to you now the situation through the correlations that we have of the precious metals with several forex pairs. The bias of the bias down, sending the precious metals down, is still the preferred bias. As far as I can see, is the preferred reading, and I think that the momentary strength, if I can call it this way, the momentary strength that we have seen in gold has failed to ignite similar response. In the case of silver did not follow through. Gold came back down from overhead resistance. If gold means business, if the bulls mean business, and this is a genuine move, gold is going to go back up. Yeah, it's going to go back up this week, and it's going to absolutely fly through overhead resistance. Then we know we are dealing with a genuine move. I think that the case for staying fairly skeptical of immense strength being reflected in the market, in the gold market, that skepticism, I think, got its place. We are going to now look at the work that we have seen here, Mr. Market investing carrying out in silver, and it is still, as far as I'm concerned, is still pointing to the likelihood of further break in silver. I want to refresh your memory concerning the longer term pattern that I suppose is at work here. It is not negative the way I see it. What you see here is likely a triangle complete that can be either taken as an X or a B inside the context of an A, B, and that is a C, meaning that silver will continue down, will not necessarily break under the floor registered in late 2015. Will come down roughly to this zone, but then it will be ready for an absolute explosion back up, flipping back up to above 21. That will be very dramatic, but that is, in my opinion, the projection, the most likely path for silver in the coming weeks. Anything that sees silver jumping above 17.7 that you see here above my black line should be considered as critical development. Yes, it would put into doubt the negative reading that I just put forward here. A close above 17.7 would definitely be bullish and would definitely suggest that we might be looking at a push higher, probably back to 21 and potentially a lot higher than that. So remember, 17.7 is a critical level. The red line is obviously marking a critical level here on the downside that comes just above 15.5. Let me see. Yeah, well, 15.6. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, now let's dive into the 60 minutes and see what we have as the latest price action here in silver. You remember that we have been building on this 5-leg run that we have seen here. Nothing changed. This is still looking like the right thing to do. We should build on that. The question is, what do we do with this? This is clearly corrective, and the way I see it right now, I think that there is a case for an ABC, A, B, C, D, E, like that. Do you see? That should be taken as a B, and then going up in an A, B, C, D, E, like that. Yeah, not terribly usual. Something that you don't see very often, but that is a possible reading, yeah, because each leg that is being pushing silver higher. Each leg is being composed of essentially a corrective twist here. This is, for example, the first A is an A, B, C like that. The B is composed of an A, B, C like that, you see, and the C is composed of an A, B, C, you see, and the D, A, B, C. So I think there is a case for taking all of that as an A, B, C, D, E. That finishes the C. If I'm right, then I have an A, I have a B, I have a C, which is negative, because this is telling you it is going to send silver down to check the floor. If I'm right on that, let's now go to the 15 minutes. And what I see in the case of silver, which is much clearer than what we're going to see in a few minutes in the case of gold, the breakdown right from the top can be subdivided reasonably clearly as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an A, that's a B, that's a C complete. If so, pay attention, that's the 15 minutes. Silver is going to crack under 16.54 right here. Silver doing that, that's a good sign. That's a good sign for the bears. It's going to continue down, and that's going to be quite a bit of boost as to the bearish wave count that I've been putting forward here. And of course, a big boost will be added on a break of 16.13 right here. Okay, a daily close under 16.13 would probably hammer home the message that we are in a C down or in a third wave. In short, silver will continue down, and that is basically building on the 5 legs, yeah, that I've been discussing for quite some time. Building on that. Okay, so let's go and see now gold. My general idea concerning gold is that we are gearing for a sudden and fairly painful breakdown here in gold back towards 1100. Okay, I am thinking that the best reading for us at this point is to treat this as an A, that's a B. Yeah, it went up in a triangle shape like that. I think that the case of treating the recent jump here as a trap is not trivial. We shouldn't trivialize that. I think that it's quite possible. I don't have, of course, the keys to the perfect reading of the future. No mortal has that. I am just mapping the odds for you the best way I can, and I think that it is not very likely that we will see a sustained breakout right now. I think it is possible that if we go down towards 1100 right here, then I think the scene will be set for a reversal in gold, and at that point we could see an absolute explosion, gold coming back and running above the move line that you see here, and we could experience some really very dramatic price action here. Okay, but right now I don't think it's ready, but I could be wrong. Of course I could be wrong, you know I am wrong. Of course, if it comes back this week and it sits right on top of 1380 and it goes sideways, at that point, I think that my argument that it registered here an ABCD and prepare for a sudden drop, my argument will weaken substantially. Okay, but at this point in time, as I'm talking to you, I think my argument stands. We haven't seen a breakout. Yes, it's right there on the screen. We haven't seen a breakout. We have seen a pop that was very exciting, but gold came back. So let's be patient. Another 2-3 trading days could actually solve for us the mystery here, and I think that we could be with a clearer case as far as the wave count is concerned. This is a critical level for you to watch. That is 1301 right here. Gold performing weakly and breaking through this level, of course, is very negative, especially if it doesn't come back to retest the top and it follows through with bearish setup that we have seen in silver that was calling for a bottom right here. Okay, you can see I'm not terribly sure here in the case of the hourly of gold where gold registered the first leg down, if indeed I'm supposed to treat this as a 5-leg run down on which I can build, as you can imagine. Now, if this is 1, that's your A, that's your B, that's your C, a slight pop above 1347, yeah, and then a reversal, sharp reversal back under the floor here at 1340 should tell you that my reading is probably correct. We have to subdivide it the way I'm showing you here. That's 1, that's 2. Expect the gold to continue sharply lower. Okay, and I suggest that you keep a sharp eye on what silver is doing, because silver is much clearer. And of course all the other correlations that I have explained to you before we discuss the precious metals. All those correlations are very powerful and can be a very, very helpful tool as we are trying to understand what is likely to happen in the case of the precious metals. Hello, I'm back here, Ronnie, with some detail concerning the offer that I mentioned. So if you're interested, you need to go on my website. That is www.wavemasteryinoneword.com. You land on the home page, and there isn't a lot on the home page. There are a few things here that I recorded some while ago, range of markets that I cover, my analytical approach, and I've got some articles. If you are interested, you can read. Is this website for me? Psychology of trading, trading and the arts, why join? When it comes to the offer, you'll find it right here under subscribe here, and you will find it also under resources right at the bottom, special promotional offer. So you open that and you can see that I let it run for a while. I haven't had the offer for several months, so I decided to open it now up to the 2nd of May, up to and inclusive the 2nd of May. So if you're interested, go ahead, please read. You can take an offer for the introduction, you can see here, which is only $9.99 for the trial. And then you, if you like it, you don't do anything, you just stay on, your card will be charged. You have to pay with PayPal. Okay, that's the payment system that I'm using. So essentially, if you take the daily service where I record every day, and also a very comprehensive video during the weekend, for example, this weekend I recorded 76 minutes video really covering a lot of markets and studying really studying in detail what I can't do every day. Yes, I have time on the weekend to do that. The markets are closed, my mind is more relaxed. I can look really profoundly at the relationship between the different markets, and I present you this analysis so that you can have something to chew on, preparing for the coming week. So that's the daily service, which normally costs 159 per month, 159 euro, but I give it for 79 per month for the entire. I mean that's per month, but you can have it for 12 months running. Yeah, for the first year you can have it at a half price, and then VAT charges if applicable. Please read this so that you get an idea of what is involved here. If you're in Europe, the VAT really applies mainly to Europe. You select your country. Most of the countries are recorded here. If your country doesn't appear here and you are from Europe, please let me know. Otherwise, if you are from the UK, USA, Belgium, strangely enough, you don't pay VAT. The price remains 79, that's all. If you are from Asia, if you are from the Far East, there is no VAT, no VAT. The VAT really plays a role here just in Europe. So don't worry if you don't see the name of your country and you are from far away country. No, don't worry. If you hesitate, of course, you can contact me, no problem. That is the subscription for the Wave Mastery weekend video service, which begins with 2 weeks trial. Okay, so it gives you access only to the weekend videos. Sometimes I give a bonus video midweek, but that's not every week. Okay, so don't count on that. But sometimes I do share with you a midweek video as a bonus, to keep you on track. So that's only $4.99. And if you decide to go for it, it's $29 per month. Again, you can have it for 12 months running. Yeah, every month 29 instead of 59. plus VAT if it's applicable. Again, the same story. If you're in Europe, the VAT will be calculated and added here. You see that? Instead of 29, you pay 34 if you are from Germany or Cyprus. And if you are from the UK, USA, Belgium, etc., other non-EU countries, you pay only 29. Okay, so that comes on the special promotional offer. Next, you have the subscription page. You will see that once you subscribe, you will see your section, what you the access that reserved for you according to the subscription that you took. Under resources, you can see a whole host of charts. I have, as you can see, charts galore. That really covers a lot of markets with data going back quite a long time, and it basically shows you studies that I have carried out on many markets, and you can actually print that if you like. There are charts of grains, of metals, of bonds, you name it. There are lots and lots of charts here of meat products. There are lots of charts, and if you fancy, fancy looking at past examples, you will have, you're gonna have a field day here. You really got plenty of things, both on the weekly scale, daily scale. Okay, you can see orange juice, all sorts of products, lumber, coffee, cocoa, and then there is a third one here that is on the indices, S&P 500 weekly. You got the currencies, you got the T-notes, you got the bonds, German bonds, etc., yields, plenty of things. You if let's say you want to check this one, you have to you have to put your mouse when you see the hand. Okay, once you see the hand, you click, it opens up, and then it should be a simple thing for you to print it. Okay, and you get the idea. That's the study of the wave count, how it evolved, and there are some extremely detailed charts here. If you go through, if you have time and you fancy really going through that, there are some extremely detailed structures that I have that I worked on. You can see here, for example, going all the way down, tracing that huge impulse wave in the Deutschmark at the time, Deutschmark 1983, we didn't have the euro at the time. So you get an idea. That is something that could be of interest to some of you. And then we have useful links, which is fairly standard. Okay, I haven't got a lot of stuff here. Recommended reading list. I always wish I put more, but I didn't have time. But these are books that I came across. I read a lot of books. I've got a big library. It's just interesting, a lot of things, I don't have a license on all the good ideas. Lots of people wrote some very interesting books with really penetrating insights. It's worth reading, really, if you have time. This, for example, a fascinating book. If you're new to trading, you've got to read this book. You've got to read this book. If you haven't heard about this book and you are into reading things about trading, you got to get your hand on this book. Get it, read it. You will thank me. Also, this is a very interesting book. Anything by Stanley Kroll. Stanley Kroll was a trader. You see, in the 1970s, 1980s. He's got a lot of sense of humor. Really. And you can learn a lot from him, also his approach. And Go Through Stan Weinstein was one of the first books that I read about the markets at all. They introduced me to technical analysis. And Edwards and McGee, anybody who's interested in charts, got to have this book on his desk. This is a must. This is a must. And then you have, of course, Gann. There is a lot to do, a lot to read, very interesting stuff out there. Okay, so that's the books section. Private policy terms of use, very standard. I don't mess up with your data. I don't care about your data. What do I have? I've got enough things to do. Well, I'm not going to start selling, renting, doing things with your data. I don't keep anything. You just register. You register, you get your password, everything is fine. You have a problem, you just get in touch with me. Here it is. Contact us. Name, email address. Make sure you give me the right email address, otherwise I can't get in touch with you. Message, basic level of maths, right here. 12 plus 3, If my memory is correct, this should be 15. You submit and I get it, no problem. I'll reply. I am based in Belgium. Okay, so if you write to me and you're in the US, you're in Australia, I don't know, we have a huge difference of time, and I happen to be having a bit of rest, so you're not going to hear very quickly from me, but normally within 12 hours, 24 hours, you will have a reply. I'll check whatever your question is, don't worry, I'll get back to you. And that's basically it. Once you go through the payment process, yes, let me just run through something here. Let's suppose you are from the US. You go through subscribe. You go through subscribe, click the button. You get here special offer UK, USA, Belgium, etc. Daily service. First 7 days you pay $9.99. Okay, and if you like it, you don't do anything. You are programmed to basically go on the reduced price scheme, which is $79 per month, and that's for 12 installments. Okay. You go through your account, PayPal, you pay, okay, you pay, and you will see it goes to my name, that is, sorry, you will see my name, Aaron Fatah, which is my official name. Okay, I like everybody calling me Ronnie, but for the sake of, official documents, that's my official name. So that comes to me. Once you pay, PayPal will redirect you back to finish the registration. Please give me your details. I need that in case there is a VAT control. I need to know your country, street, etc. Okay, and that's it. And you should have automatically access to the videos. Now, pay attention. We use secondary password. So beyond the password that you are going to create for yourself to log into the website, when you get to the website, you will see that each video is protected with a password, and you need that password, and you will not have it, so you will have to contact me and I will send you the password. The password will allow you to access the video. You see, we did it as an extra layer of security. It was necessary. So that's it. I hope to see you on my website. I hope to be given the privilege of answering your questions. And I'm reasonably confident that I can help you no matter what level you come from. What level is your knowledge. I think that I can help you and we can have some really very productive exchange, and hopefully also you can make some really good money. Okay, so that's all. Bye, have good trading. Bye, have a great week. Bye bye.